Hey, welcome to the Turtle School podcast. This is a podcast about Dokkan Battle. I'm Al,
I'm Kim.
And I'm Kaz.
and we've noticed that there haven't been a lot of podcasts about Dokkan Battle, so we decided to start one and go through some news and some cards. So we started. First off, you guys been doing this week?
I just watched right before we started this. I was watching. I don't know if you guys have ever seen or heard him, but uh, Jeff Dunham, the fucking what is it? The puppet dude, the ventriloquist comedian. I was watching. He has a new special on Netflix, and I was watching that. Pretty good. Other than that, just working and whatnot.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Jeff Dunham at all, but I mean, that's not saying that it's like bad to like him.
I I have a mixed or like a love hate relationship with him because I grew up watching him. Like me and my dad would watch him, like all of his old specials. But he's gotten really old, and his comedy is just very stale now. But I still like ventriloquism is just cool to watch, so I'll still watch it. But his comedy's kind of gotten bland for me.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen him. I've seen like pictures of him and the dummies that he's got, but I don't think I've ever actually watched his.
I mean, he's funny. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he's definitely funny. It's just
I'm pretty
um,
sure he's on Netflix. I think.
yeah. He has a new special on Netflix that just aired today. I think maybe yesterday. Um, which is what I was watching before here, and it's not bad, but it's also it's just it's more or less the same as a lot of his old stuff. So if you've never seen him, like it's definitely something to watch. But I now prefer more crude humor. So
yeah. Like I've been watching a lot of stand up more recent. Well, and I like it started with that Dave Chappelle thing because I heard a lot of people whining about it and like about how like crude it is and everything like that. So I watched that and I thought it was pretty funny. And then I listened to the or I watched the new Bill Burr. I thought was pretty good too. But then I went back and watched like the old Gabriel Iglesias stuff too for the like more lighter side of that.
yeah,
That
I go ahead.
I would say that Dave Chappelle special was just amazing. I loved it. I absolutely love that. Um, I haven't watched a lot of stand up lately. I've kind of fallen off from it. I used to love Lewis Black. I love his rants. They were always golden. Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr. He's really funny, but I haven't seen his stand ups on Netflix either. I need to look.
Um, but I like more crude dark humor. So like I watched the Dave Chappelle one. I understood why everybody was pissed off. I didn't necessarily agree with a lot of it because reasons, but it's fucking comedy. Like it's a joke. Like deal with it.
Yeah, there was some stuff in the Dave Chappelle one that was pretty like I don't know how he got away. I understand why people were angry.
Yeah, but like one of my favorite comedians that's on Netflix right now is Anthony Jeselnik. If you guys have ever watched him, he's extremely dark and just crude, and he's really good.
Yeah, he feels like he doesn't give a shit about how what people feel like about him. I mean, it's great, and he's always talking about how like, oh, it's funny because I'm a comedian, and if you don't find it funny, then you're wrong. Like he's so fucking sarcastic. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I really hadn't. The Chappelle show, not the Chappelle show. Chappelle stand up was like the first Netflix comedy I'd watched in a long time. They lost me when they just went crazy with those Amy Schumer specials over and over. I just was like, I'm done with this now. There's plenty of other things. Like I just binge watched all of Marvel Agents of Shield within the last week in between. I can't really talk about work on here, but everything that I was doing on there and dealing with that, in between, that's what I was doing.
Because you can't say that you can't talk about work because people are gonna think you're like in the FBI or something.
Actually, I know a few people that have gone through Quantico. My old chief actually went through Quantico's training program, which is
Huh. That's cool. I always like I
yeah.
know like the shows that like depict going through Quantico and like FBI and like CIA. I know it's nothing like that in real life, but I always like that because it's like super cool and like mysterious. But
Dude,
I
it's
know
a classroom.
realistically, I know
It's just
realistically
a classroom.
it's nothing
That's
like
it.
that.
Yeah, you know that's like when I was in college, I went through the criminal justice program. I ended up stopping like with like credit hours left. I think it was like intro to corrections class that I is the only class that I needed at the time. I don't know how things like if I were to go back, I don't know if I'd be able to just take the one class and be okay. But I wanted to be a detective, and I saw that you had to go through a lot of like normal police stuff, and I didn't want to do any of that because I don't like pulling people. I wouldn't like pulling people over. I'd be the guy who'd like let people off unless it, like they were acting like an asshole. You know, if it's like, and I know you're gonna get bullshitted all the time too, because you know everybody's trying to get out of their out of a ticket if they were doing something wrong. But it's like I didn't want to go through all that stuff, so I was like, all right, well I'm gonna go do all this and then become a private investigator. And then it's like I saw what that entailed, and I just didn't want to deal with any stuff.
I can tell you in God, since 2006, so 14 years, I don't think I've ever written anybody a speeding ticket. I would never do something. And to clarify, I'm a police officer and I've been in law enforcement for 14 years. I just meant I couldn't talk about what happened this week with everything because of what we were doing. That's what I meant. That's all.
Don't tell them you're don't tell them you're law enforcement. They're gonna hate us.
Well, that was one of the probably shit. No, but it's that's if I've done it, you're not gonna get a ticket from me for it. It's just not gonna happen. Like that's the stupidest thing. And there are some people that are dicks like that. For the most part, that's not gonna happen. It won't. I actually worked for a department though. They got step grants from the government, and that's what it was. It was a step grant for traffic. So when you see those guys on the side of the street and that's all they're doing is running radar, that's what it is. They're running step.
That's dumb.
It really is, but it's mostly towns that sit on highways or things like that, and they're required to do so much activity. Like people are always talking about, oh, there's I have never seen it. They don't exist, but you do actually have to work. Like they can see what you've done. So if you spend 8 hours sitting in your car on the side of the street not doing a damn thing, you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this week, I did quite a bit of stuff. I told you guys about this before, but I'll guess the story just a little bit. I have been running around to Walgreens stores and GameStops looking for Dragon Ball Dragon Stars figures. And 2 months ago, I hid a Super Saiyan 3 Goku in stuffed animals in the toy area at the Walgreens up the street from me. And today I finally went and bought it, but I've been checking on it every week. Every time I go to that Walgreens, I've been checking on it to see if it's still there. And nobody, like for 2 months, nobody moved it out of the stuffed animal bin, which is great. Thank you, Walgreens employees.
Al, I love you. That's the best story ever. Okay, you've got because I bought my son Frieza and Gogeta for his birthday. I don't know if the one that I got is bad or not, but his foot constantly falls off. Just the foot.
Yeah. So
Time he plays.
yeah, I've noticed that. I got was it? I'm trying to think if it was no, it's just normal Vegito. I was trying to think if it was Super Saiyan Vegito or Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, but I don't think that figure. But when I pulled him out of the plastic, his leg popped off, and it hasn't gone back on right since. So that's that. It's just like a defect. Like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I got it home, and the kid grabbed it from me, and she's like, "Where's the foot?" And the foot fell off, and I had to find it. So I'm having the same problems. It's just something that happens with those. I also screwed up my Ultimate Gohan because when I had before I got the Broly head from that series, I put the Gohan head. If you remember, I posted the picture in Discord.
You were talking about it in Raid, I remember.
Yeah, and it stretched like his Broly's like neck neck ball or whatever was bigger than Gohan's like little hole, so I ended up stretching out the hole, so now his head falls off all the time. But it's Gohan, so who cares?
Obviously not Toriyama, I can tell you that.
So I'm looking at these figures right now, and I'm looking at the Dragon Stars Nano figures. They're the best thing ever, and I want all of them.
Oh, the Dragon Stars Nano are great. I have the Frieza ship with Frieza, and then there's the pack where it's Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Golden Frieza. I have that. I have that as well, and they're awesome.
I'm just looking at the tiny Jiren, and it's like this is fucking awesome.
Oh,
Nice head and little body.
yeah, I gotta get Tiny.
I'm not gonna go into spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched it, but I should have. I also finally watched episode 130 that came out Sunday last week. That was amazing. That animation, the whole episode was on par with the Broly movie. It really was. That was so.
Yeah, I just
30. So there's two episodes left then.
It's got to be almost done. I mean, that was just incredible. That fight was amazing.
yeah.
Because
Oh, no, go ahead.
what was the fight? Was it where he finally goes UI for the third time, or is that
Yes,
okay?
it was him and Jiren. It was him and Jiren the whole episode.
Okay, yeah. So I think there's two more episodes. I think, or maybe one.
Yeah, I still haven't seen this last week's episode or this last weekend's episode, but I like how it seems like everybody forgets that Frieza hasn't been knocked out yet because they're talking about how there's only one left from these two universes, and it's like count them on the stands, guys. You know, like
No,
Yeah,
I forgot. I actually forgot while I was watching it, and then near the end of the episode, they start talking about a few things. It's like, oh, that's right.
well,
Actually, hasn't done shit this whole time.
I do the punch bag. I do the punch bag 4 times every day, so I see that animation at least once a day because if I get a bad rotation, I just trash the run. But it's like I see that animation all the time, and I'm waiting for that to show up in the show.
Oh, it's the last fucking scene.
Seriously, props to you for still doing the punching bag. I did the item one. I think I've gotten 40 million on the regular one, and I just can't do it anymore. It's so tedious to make.
Oh,
And
it
I've
took
got all the
focus.
cards. It's just to line it up. Is like I can't do it.
Yeah, without the TN, I feel like I'm kind of hurting myself a little bit. But yesterday I got 95 million, and then today I had a perfect run. It was I think it was Android 17 was just he was the one who I wasn't gonna get. Second rotation had Turles and Go Frieza, and I get to that point and I go to pop the items, and I had done the one without the items first, so I forgot to put the items in the thing. I did it during raid today. It was bullshit. I was so mad because I had like the perfect, I mean everything, all green orbs, and I had a feeling I was gonna get it this time, and I forgot that I didn't have any items.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's awful.
And then real quick, I've been playing the Goose Game, Untitled Goose Game, which is fucking great.
So good.
And started watching Pushed Up a Fruits Basket on Hulu. They put that up there finally, so that's gonna be, I think, the first season episodes, but that's gonna be nice after watching the whole on Crunchyroll. It's gonna be nice to see what they do with the voices. I'm hoping that
Really good. Because I've only been watching the English dub of that show, and it was really really good. The voice acting was fantastic.
yeah, and I'm hoping that because they it seems like they got all the voice actors from the original back for the English one, and Sabat does I think it's a Yama, the snake, and like I love that character in the show, and with all this stupid voice actor drama that's going on these days and stuff that Sabat said or those things recording, hoping that Funimation doesn't like can the second season.
Yeah, I hope not. Because I never watched the original Fruits Baskets, but Fruits Basket. Is it baskets? I don't fucking know.
Fruits basket,
Okay.
plural
I
singular.
never, yeah, I never watched the original one. But I absolutely fell in love with this one. Or the revamp of it, whatever.
Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna lie, every episode I'm tearing up at the end of it. I'm not ashamed to say it that anime that I've seen.
if you need to watch, both of you need to watch Your Name. It's just a movie, so it's you can find it. I don't actually really know where you can find it. I just rented it off of Amazon because that's the only place I could find it. But it is probably the best. It's if not one of the best movies I've ever watched, but it's definitely the best anime movie I've ever watched. It's so freaking good. The animation is good. The storyline's it's very good.
Okay, listen here, Mr. Moneybags. Okay, I can't be renting movies on Amazon. I got my son buying videos on PlayStation and through cable. I don't have money for Amazon too.
Well, that sounds like you need to set up parental locks.
Yeah, I did on both TVs. I'm like, seriously, we didn't need Venom 4 times. We didn't need Secret Life of Pets 2. We didn't need 2 copies of a $60 wrestling pay-per-view. Thank you, son. I'm glad that you have interests and hobbies, but you're 5. Let's slow down a little bit before spending like a $400 cable bill.
Speaking of Venom, fucking Spider-Man is back in the MCU, which is the
Yes.
greatest news ever. And they even said like, so he's back in the MCU for one more Spider-Man movie. So the Homecoming series, the third one, as well as another untitled Marvel movie. So whatever that is. Um, but it's official that there's going to be a Venom and Spider-Man movie. From what I read, with Tom Holland Spider-Man, supposedly, but it's like more or less official. Like he'll be in Venom 2, which is in pre-production right now. So I'm hoping we can also get a Deadpool and Spider-Man movie.
Oh, that'd be pretty. But isn't Deadpool still Sony?
It is. Deadpool is technically Sony. No. Deadpool is. I don't know. It's so weird because like Deadpool is technically part of the the mutants, which were owned by Fox,
That's right, Fox.
but he wasn't like in that. I don't know, like
Well,
Marvel
yeah, because they
ownership is just dumb.
yeah they didn't have the rights to the X Men that Fox did because that's why we got Colossus, that punk chick, and all that other stuff. Like we got the kind of like scary characters
Yeah.
instead of the main X Men that people want to see. But yeah, no, that's
Pretend that the X-Men movies have never happened. Can we just all
No.
come to an agreement that they don't exist?
1 and 2 were fantastic. 1 and 2 were great movies. They were some of the best superhero movies of their time. They still hold up. 3 was awful and should never have existed.
Honestly, the only thing I enjoyed from them was Hugh Jackman and Anna. I don't know how to say her. Anna Paquin. Like that was it. I
Yeah.
really didn't like the rest of it. Well, I mean, and Patrick Stewart is always amazing. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what he does. He's in.
And Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen was really good in there. I really enjoyed the first 2, and then Days of Future Past was really good, and then the one immediately after that, Apocalypse, was awful. Dark Phoenix was awful.
I was really disappointed about that because number one, Phoenix is an awesome character. Dark Phoenix is even better, and I love Sophie Turner. I really do.
So do I.
Especially watching her on Game of Thrones, like the way that her acting and her character has evolved. I think she's really really good. And then to just see that, it was like, what happened? I don't know. Was it a bad script? Was it you? Is it a combination? I don't know what happened here, but this is not what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
you got to admit
Logan was
Um,
fantastic.
I guess I'm the dissent here. Old Man Logan. I actually didn't really enjoy that movie that much. I'm not. It wasn't a bad movie. It just didn't really strike anything with me. It just didn't resonate. Like I watched it once and I'm done. Which a lot of movies, like I can put movies on and watch them over and over again. That one I saw it once and I was okay with not seeing it again.
It, I've seen it 3 times. I saw it in theaters first, and then when it came out in Blu-ray, I got it and watched it. But I think the thing that I liked about the movie the most is that when it came out in Blu-ray, they released a noir version of it, so black and white. I mean, it's still the same movie, but it completely changes like the dynamic and the feel of that movie when you watch the noir version of it. It was really, really good.
Speaking of noir, I'm still upset. This is very off track, but I'm still upset that um Danny DeVito was not Pikachu and Detective Pikachu, because that was like those are the memes going around. As Danny DeVito as the detective in noir, that would have been so great.
Well, didn't
Very off topic, but
didn't Danny DeVito do the voice in the game, the 3DS game?
No
I think so. I think that's where those from. But
I I just remember seeing people begging him to do it, and if there's not a bigger national treasure than Danny DeVito, then I don't want to live on this planet anymore because he's wonderful. Everything about him is my daughter is 5 and she loves him on Hercules. She just walks around saying, "Don't forget your sword." She loves that.
idea.
all right. Well, let's get into Dokkan stuff. So,
Yes, we have
Kaz,
so
you
much to talk about.
yeah, you were saying that you had some JP news you wanted to talk about real quick first.
Yes. I mean, because none of us play JP, but we still try and keep up with the news somewhat. Um, Finally, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken is getting an easy A. That card, that was one of the first. That card and Strength Gogeta were the first cards that I actually spent money on this game for, and I didn't stop until I got multiple copies of Super Saiyan KOK, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. I don't think we had the dupe system yet, but I've got him rainbowed now. I super happy that we're getting this because he was such a great card, and his reign was like a month. Like after a month, I don't think people even used him anymore because of the HP restriction, like where he was hurting you as you went on, because we had like 40, 50, 60,000 life back then. Now we're running around with 500, 600,000, but back then it actually hurt really bad. His leader skill, he's going to be an agility leader, plus 3 HP attack and defense 120. So there's nothing super crazy about that. His super attack and his passive are still to be announced. Hopefully, it's not a Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 thing where we're going months without knowing. But I can't wait to see what they do with him, because his final stats for the Easy A, if these are correct, is 16,000 HP, 17,000 attack, and 11,000 defense. That's pretty damn good. I mean, for a
Yeah.
card that came out like in the first year of this game, that's impressive. I can't wait to see him.
Well, and his links and his categories are made great. I mean, fucking, he's AGL, so he's gonna work on Goku's family and Kamehameha, their leads. And then that new, I'm excited about that new. Speaking of JP, I'm excited about that new um, future Trunks that's coming out. That's going to be the Master and Student Bond lead. Um, that one looks interesting. I don't know if
Um,
you guys have seen that.
is that the intelligence one?
No, it's an int. It's an int future Trunks, or not future Trunks. Future Gohan. From like they're basically continuing the Cell Saga cards. So it's a future Trunks int card that's going to be a new category called Master and Student Bond. Um, that basically has all the cards that you would think that are going to be in there.
The heroic warrior.
So basically, every card in this game, because everybody has a master and a student.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be ridiculous.
We're getting some categories. We've got Goku's family, Vegeta's family, Realm of Gods is really going crazy. I mean, Full Power and Pure Saiyans were already ridiculous, and Kamehameha is just broken. I mean, these categories lately are just they have to start bringing out these longer events like Legendary Goku that we're actually getting what in a few hours. They're gonna have to
Yeah,
start doing more events like that are just 10, 12, 15 rounds, because these cards just destroy everything.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm like the Infinite Dragon History or whatever the fuck it's called. Like that was great because you like if you don't get some of your transformations off, like you're doing something either really wrong or really right. Um, but yeah, like I'm excited for this legendary or Goku event. And speaking of some of the new events, like we have the legendary Goku event. We're also getting a ticket summon from completing that legendary Goku event, which the cards from it are okay, but you also have a chance of getting SSJ3 Goku, which will be cool. The LR from that summon, so that'll be cool. Like, there's so many good events, and missions and shit that are coming out with this
Do
new
we
banner and event.
do we know if is Namek Goku gonna be in that ticket summon? I mean, he's a new card, so I would assume
No,
no,
he's
but
not.
I haven't seen it. Okay, well,
Unless he's an unfeatured character, but the featured character, um, the featured characters are, let's see here, um, the Broly movie, Tech, SSJ or SSG Goku, um, the sub lead for Goku's family, um, and then two Kaioken Gokus, and then
so
strength SSJ3.
cards that I all have rainbowed. Okay, great.
Yeah, nothing.
No, it's really cool. It is good that they're doing a ticket summon like that. I just spent way too much money on this game.
So real quick, are we gonna actually like what? Are there gonna be any LRs in the red coin shop for this thing? Because I think since they've added the red coins, we haven't seen an LR in the shop, except that first.
There should be some coming up. I don't know if there's going to be any this time, but I know I'm just waiting for GoBros to come back because I've just got him with 55% with one dude he's supposed to just go because I'm gonna get crucified for this, but I don't find him all that impressive. Even on Infinite Dragon Ball history, like we are talking about, he was overshadowed by LR Vegito. He was countering for a million plus. Gogeta was doing millions of damage. All the other cards were doing crazy damage, and Gobros is still like barely hitting 1 and 2 million. So uh, it's got to be a dupe thing because the turns had definitely elapsed where it was 10 plus turns on that event. I just wasn't. It's not that he's a bad card, but when you've got him stacked against all those other cards like LR Gohan, LR Vegito Gogeta, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to measure up as well.
Yeah, and that's the spot I'm in because with like I've been toying around with the Kamehameha team. I've got I'm using Android 18 in a spot right now, or not 18. I'm sorry, 16 in a spot right now, the new int one. Um, because I want to be able to transform early if I need to, but I've noticed that uh the new LR Gohan's defense is just like way more useful than doing that extra damage, especially without a Super Saiyan Goku on the team and not really having a spot for a Super Saiyan Goku on the team. I'm like because I'm running LR the new edgy Gohan, and then I'm also taking that as a friend. I'm using I'm using both of the int and the physical Vegito and Gogeta. I'm running Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I'm running 18, or I'm sorry, 16. I always get the androids mixed up. But then I'm also running. Let me see. And I'm running LR Int Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And what I want to do is I want to switch Android 18 out or 16 out because, like I said, I don't really need. I'm not really. I value the defense more than the transformation, especially on like if I'm doing like if I'm doing like an easy A and I'm just trying to cheese it with a team that's not because like I just say I don't have a good hybrid Saiyans team or I don't have a good Future Saga team. Trying to cheese it with this, like I was able to do a lot with this team in the easy A's. Just getting caught up with those, but I want to put GoBros in, but I don't have the team cost points for it yet. I need 11 more, so it kind of sucks.
Asking me about that the other day.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'd love to run them because I get down to that. I get down to the level where I've got both the other dudes transforming, and I've got like and then I'll get hit down to 50 something percent again, and it'd be nice to have that activation and that ability, for more damage, especially because some of these are like edgy fights, and since I'm running edgy and int for the most part in one physical, it'd be nice to have like a little bit more diversity in composition.
But we kind of talked about that last time. I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the two teams, especially with Namek Goku now. You're going to see the teams that you're going to see people that bring him and some type of android, whether it be 16, Tech Cell, and then you're going to see the people that just stack it with pure power and don't really worry about that transformation. Because I'm in the same boat with you. I agree. I would rather have him stack 600,000 defense than transform. And he does get his 18 off a little better, but the damage increase isn't that. I mean, he's still when he's pre-transform, he's still doing 2-3 million easy. I mean, he gets a huge boost when he transforms, but I think he's very balanced even without the transformation. He still has insane defense, insane attack. You have no problems with his links getting his at least even his 12 is still a really hard hitter. You're still going to do 2 million with that hit.
Yeah, and it feels like unless you have that Super Saiyan Goku on your team, it's not really worth the transformation.
Exactly. I mean, well,
with this new one though,
doesn't use. Well, yeah, with the new one, because you're going to have to get him to transform to get that. I think it's 58, 59% attack bonus. With that might be a game changer as far as the team composition goes, because I still haven't seen an optimal team. I don't think
Dual
we've got an
wielding,
optimal
no
team yet.
armor, good.
We're
Helpful.
probably
Yeah.
going to see
Three
one
archers
once
and
this
no tanks.
summon comes out. Give them a week
Oh,
or
you
so,
didn't
and
get
they
the
might
mech
do the
shield.
math
I
on it.
thought I
But
did.
you're gonna see, like I said, that Android Goku team and then the regular one. I think it's just gonna come down to people's preference, whether they value attack over defense, balanced over attack.
yeah. And the other thing that seems like it kind of sucks about the new Goku too is you're gonna have to have him transform first, because he starts off as just base Goku. He doesn't go Super Saiyan until you're 59%. I can't click it because an ad pops up and makes sound. It just happened.
His transformation is actually pretty easy to pull off um, compared to anything else. Like he transforms.
Oh, it's 70. It's 70% with a third turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty easy to get off.
And then his active skill, which is his second transformation, he transforms into an enraged Super Saiyan. That one's a little bit harder, but it's just under 50%. Starting from the fifth turn of battle.
Yeah, and I
Which
think
again
that's just
is-
a rage mechanic, right?
Yeah, it's just a rage mechanic. So he just he all of your attackers are rage Goku and whatnot, which is pretty cool. So.
You know, and that's the one thing that I really like is that it's not an LR and it has an activate ability, so that means that we're gonna get a sound clip, which is really nice because it's like, you know, those seem to be gated behind LRs because I haven't really seen any activated abilities on anything lower. But then again, I haven't seen every card, so I don't know. There might be some that have activated abilities that are, UR, but it's nice that they're actually putting one in. Like, at least for me, who everything has been gated behind LRs, this is nice because it's going to be on a UR, so people will be able to see. It'll be nice to have like the more like the total free to play players or anybody who hasn't had like the luck of getting the LRs to see the like how nice it is with the sound.
Hold on, wait a minute. Can I just take a minute to say Al just mentioned other people's luck, as in he doesn't have the luck of a friggin' god.
Well, no, I'm saying that's why I said other people's luck.
To anybody listening, Al, when he started playing, was during the Broly event, and he pulled, without spending a dime, the entire Optimal Movie Heroes team with dupes. Okay? He has the most insane luck I've ever seen. We do summons and we talk about it, and we're like, oh, yes, I pulled this LR. And Al's like, yeah, I already got 3 of them, whatever.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pick on you, Al. It's just like you have I'm jealous. I am not picking on you. I am jealous as hell. I wish I had you, because I remember the anniversary, the Super Saiyan 4s, me and Ken both got them, and you didn't get them for like a week, and then you just pull it every summon. It was like, here's an LR, here's 2 LRs, here's another one. It was like, damn, dude, calm down.
Oh, I was so yeah. That was the first event that I was super disappointed. I was like, I had saved up everything. I used all those tickets that they gave us and all that stuff, and I'm just like, all right, here we go, and I got nothing. And I was like, I hate this game right now. But then I, just doing the events and stuff, I got the stones up, did a couple multis, got a bunch of LRs, and it's like I've got like 3 dupes into my Goku and like 2 dupes into my Vegeta. Oh, I can't complain.
I think I had like 1,500 stones about when the anniversary came around, something like that. With I had like 800 stones I'd saved up, and then we got a lot of stones for that. I can't remember the total, but I did really good. I had like five fusions with Vegeta, and I was great. I got two of Goku and Vegeta. I got a dupe for my Gogeta. I got two Vegetos, and I was like, yes, I did crazy. And then Al comes in here with like his three dupe card LRs, and I'm like, geez, okay, never mind. I'm just gonna sit in the corner here and be quiet.
But I do have to say, oh no, go ahead.
I was just saying, I definitely had the best luck for the fourth anniversary because
You
I
did
walked in there.
actually.
Yeah, I walked in there with about the same amount of stones as Kaz, and I probably end up buying and getting the missions and everything, probably another 500 more. My original summons, I got three three of SSJ for Goku. I think I ended up with two of Vegeta, um, and then I got three of Vegito and two of Gogeta, all within 1,500.
Oh shit.
I think I got. Oh yeah, like I have dupes. I have two dupes in Goku, one dupe in Vegeta, and then two in Vegito and one in Gogeta. Like I was fucking stacked on LRs.
Yeah, that was your event. Mine was the Broly. That one was yours. Kaz, didn't you get a dupe of this new LR Gohan?
I did. We
Yeah.
all seem to have
I got
our event. Like
shitted
to
on.
be fair, I'm not complaining. I got two of each LR on the anniversary. It was crazy for all of us. It was great. Um, but yeah, I got two LR Gohans. I didn't get shit for the Cell extreme summons because all I wanted was Strength Rose. He's my white whale. I still don't have him. And I kept summoning on that. The reason why I wanted him so bad was for the extreme SBR because I've beaten every SBR except for Future and Giant form, and I don't know. I just didn't think about it. I realized I beat extreme, which was giving me so much trouble, and the only reason why I wanted strength rose was for that. I spent probably like 500 stones on the cell summons, and I could have been spending those on LR Gohan, and I'm still kicking myself for that because that was such a waste. I didn't get a single damn thing good from him. I got three friggin' intelligence Goku Blacks. Hoop de doo, like probably the worst transforming card there is.
Yeah, I didn't have great luck on this last event because it was just I mean I got Gohan what like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It was like my last I did my last multi summon last night or not last night, the other or like 2 days ago or whatever it was, and I didn't get anything. I got a bunch of stupid Trunks cards, but like I got that I got that LR Gohan and I was really happy about that. I did like I think before that I did a couple pulls on Cell because I kind of wanted the Cell Junior card. I didn't know.
That's L Junior.
Yeah, like I think that it's really cool. I don't know if I would use it anything because I really don't play Extreme. Like I haven't done. I'm sure I'm gonna need stuff like that for the SBRs later on, but like I've just been trying to do the mono SBRs. But I've spent a lot more time like I don't know. I spend a lot more time screwing around. Like I'll do events that I don't even need just because I like the way the fights are. Like and then speaking of how the fights are, I'm sorry, I keep like rambling on here. Um, that transform trying to get the medals for that transforming Goku, that event can go fuck itself because it takes forever. I bitched about this last time and I'm bitching about it right now. It seriously takes me about 15 minutes to get that done.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how long it takes. But I like the like I didn't mind the transferring Goku was okay. Same with the transforming Frieza one. I actually really like the transforming Frieza one. The one that I still to this day do not want to do ever again is the transforming Vegeta one. That one was awful. I hated that one so much.
Oh, I don't even remember it. I remember I got that transforming Vegeta and I just went and did it because at that point I was still so like kind of fresh in the game. So everything was like amazing to me.
Well, that's like I liked the event for it or the Dokkan battle, but my issue was is that that was like I got that card and I got two dupes or I got one dupe of him, of Fizz transforming Vegeta, but I didn't have any other cards to fill out a team with at that point, so I couldn't finish the transforming Vegeta event. and so I was just sitting there with him at 100, and I couldn't fucking finish the event because I just didn't have any other cards to do it with.
Oh, okay.
So it took me like I got that card, and it took me like another month and a half or 2 months after the event was over to finally awaken him. Once I got filled out a whole roster of cards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick on Al again real quick. Notice how he said, "Oh yeah, okay." See that again. This is coming from the guy who pulled the Optimo Movie Heroes team with dupes for Agility Gogeta to just beat the crap out of that. Oh, I was so jealous. It took me so long to get it. I just got a dupe of that card. I was so jealous of you, Al.
Yeah.
I just got my first one.
I got my third dupe last week, and I am like super tempted to rainbow him. That's why I need an LR to come out on this next banner. Otherwise, I'm gonna be spending these stupid coins.
Don't you spend those coins.
I know because it's 400 for an SS or it's a 400 for a UR and it's 500 for an LR. I know, but I need it to happen because these things are burning a hole in my pocket, and I'm so close to rainbowing that motherfucker.
Oh, dude, you're gonna if you do it, what's gonna happen to you is what happened to me. Like agility transforming Goku, I only got one, and I went all in for him, and I ended up getting a dupe, and that was it. But I couldn't get transforming Frieza to save my life, and now I'm building my second agility transforming Goku, and it's only been like 6 months. Like you're gonna get him because we've only had agility Gogeta maybe
Two
more
times.
than a year ago. I mean,
Oh no, it wasn't. It was February. That's when I started playing.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I mean, we've already got him back a lot.
Yeah, it
I
was.
mean,
Oh, go ahead.
technically twice.
Yeah, it was only two times.
For like a month and a
Yeah.
half long.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've what it's been like the last 3 months that he's been available because, or maybe there was a little bit of time between, but he was available in fourth anniversary, and he was available in this last one.
Yeah, that's one thing I've seen. We were talking about that earlier. I've seen a lot of people talk about, oh, this Super Saiyan Goku banner is a trap because they're giving out tickets. It's like no, it's not a trap. They cannot squeeze blood from a stone. They realize they have just destroyed us with amazing banner after amazing banner, celebration after celebration, Dokkan Fest after Dokkan Fest. They realize there is like they are scraping the barrel of our wallets here. They've got to give us something else with these tickets for Goku because otherwise nobody's going to spend any money. Nobody has any money to spend on these cards right now.
Yeah.
No, they seriously just milked us for like everything. Like I've been like driving around extra to get surveys on my Google rewards so I can get 3 stones.
Yes, I have been to Bed Bath and Beyond in the last 2 hours. Give me a survey.
Have you been to Bed Bath and Beyond? When? Last week. Did you or what did you buy? It's like I didn't walk in the store. 60 cents. Thank you.
Do that app, and it stopped giving me stuff because I lived right next to a mall when I had it, so it kept giving me these things. But it's like, no, I haven't been there. Why are you giving me this survey? And it stopped giving me surveys because they kept saying no to things.
Well, the other thing is that I noticed that if you save money in there, like I think Lev had $10 saved up, and she's like, I stopped getting things for like 6 months, and it was like, well, spend it on something. So I don't know, she spent it on some mobile game that she's playing, and and then she started getting surveys again, and it's like, well, yeah, they're not they give you, it feels like they give you less surveys the more money you've got saved up because they don't want to give you all that money to be able to buy like a game off their Play Store.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I mean, they don't want to give you free money. They want you to do something for it. That's how they get their ad revenue and everything. It's I think about something and I get ads for it, right?
Yeah, right. Going back to the new shit that we're getting. I don't know if you guys saw, but I like when they do this just because you can fill out your cards, but like they have see they're having the a Super Saiyan banner, which is god awful. Like that one is not good whatsoever.
Oh, don't touch that banner. That's a horrible
Well, I
banner.
know that one is, but they're also having later on in the month. Where's it at? Oh, real quick, did you guys see that we're having the Hercule gift login bonus again?
Yes, and I'm so glad we're getting that back because it feels like JP gets that a lot. I mean, maybe I don't know how many times I've actually got it, but I see them I see posts about it a lot, and I think we've only gotten it once, so I'm glad it's.
I've only gotten it once. I mean, granted, I've only been playing the game for 6 months, maybe. So I've only seen it once, but yeah, it's nice that we're getting that back. But no, the one that I really is cool is that they're bringing a Patara category summon on there, which has Fizz, Kefla, um, two Vegetos, and then the Supreme Kai, the what is it? The Realm of Gods support card.
It's the Agility West one. He's
Yeah.
like the best support there is for it. Well, that I don't know. That might actually change recently, but he was. Um, but I mean, with Potara, I think it's still one of the best teams in the game. But they're all in the general pool too. So it's not unless you really, really need one of those cards. I really wouldn't pull on that. I don't like pulling on the categories anyway.
Oh, I have no intention of pulling on it, but it's nice that, like, if I desperately needed one, they're there. But yeah, they're also bringing back the Ellie LR Kid Goku event, or the 3 events, next week.
Oh,
So
you mean the one where it was Goku and Krillin, and then we got angels and a fake character? Yeah, I don't like
yeah,
that.
Oh no, the first part of that's already out.
Oh, is it already out?
Yeah, it's if you look at the very bottom of the event or the whatever it is, the first tab. I can't remember. Story.
that's the Adventure of Gratitude. That's not the the one that we're talking about.
That's not.
Oh, Adventure of Gratitude. That's the one with all the support on, which I think we all need to do. Can
Yeah.
we did anybody else do? That was one thing we wanted to talk about, the World Tournament. I don't think anybody did the World Tournament. I didn't even get to. I typically go 30 million points and I'm done. That's about as far as I go because we talked about this last time that it's just a tedious, boring grind. It's the preliminary is the one that makes it that horrible. It's just so boring chasing after three other characters and I don't think anybody played this tournament because I didn't even get. I think I got 20 million points and I just didn't care. I just got the rewards that I wanted. I was done because the Gotenks card was junk anyway. And I think I still finished in like 40,000 and my local rank was like 22. Nobody played this world tournament again. I don't know if you guys even did it or what you finished at, but I didn't lose any ranking when I went to sleep, which is crazy.
Yeah,
I did.
Oh no, go ahead. Go. You.
I did just the 20 consecutive for the missions and the rewards, and that was it. I was like, I'm not gonna really bother. And I think I came in. I think local I came in like 30 or 40, so I didn't get like the top tier rewards, but it was fine. I literally just wanted the main rewards, and that was it. But yeah, it was that like it was very very dumb.
Yeah, usually I at least do the streak, and then I try to get up to the points where you get the card. Like so, this month would have been the new, what is it, Go Tanks. But I this week, this last world tournament, I ended up at 156 or 1 million, like 1.5 million points. I had 5 consecutive wins, and then I ended up with a total ranking of like 260,000. But my local was like 100, so I ended up still getting a Yamcha dupe. But I just could not. But I was also like, I was doing a couple other things. I was editing last week's podcast. I was editing a GTA video that I put up, and I was trying to figure out the editors until I just broke down and got Premiere again. But still, even then, when the time that I wasn't screwing around on the computer, I just could not bring myself to do the world tournament at all. I don't know what it was this time around. Maybe it was the Gotenks card not being that good, but like even last World Tournament, I didn't get the Goku Black at all. But I don't know that Yamcha. I really like that Yamcha though.
I love the fact that I don't know why Toriyama doesn't like Yamcha, but I love the fact that he has a negative status when there's a Peppy Gals. He gets stunned, I think is what it is. I
Yeah,
love that that's in there. That is perfect.
yeah. I think after this World Tournament, I need like 3 more fucking medals to awaken Yamcha into his LR form. But um, he is fun to use. I do like him.
He's actually one of, I think he's probably the best LR that we've gotten for the world tournaments right now. He's actually a usable card. I mean, the Tien and Chaozu are just, there's 0 point to them. The Piccolo is probably the worst LR that's in the game. I mean, the artwork is amazing. I love that artwork where it's just dodge, but I mean, he's just not. They've done Piccolo so bad in this game. We were talking about that too earlier, Kim. I mean, the Piccolo cards that are coming out, but they've just. It was like it used to be Vegeta that they just crapped all over, and Vegeta's really starting to get some really good cards. But Piccolo is also one of my favorite characters. Him and Vegeta, and he just has no. There's no reason to run. I think any Piccolo cards in this game right now.
Yeah, I definitely like some of the LR that have come from the World Tournament. Um, like I love Tien and Chiaotzu. Just the the artwork on that card is so cool.
Oh, the artwork is amazing. I love the LR artworks. All of them are great.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see if they change the World Tournament in the next couple months because they definitely have to see like the low participation these last couple, at least from what I've seen in them.
I mean, if I go to sleep for 6 to 8 hours and my rank barely changes, there, and I don't know, maybe it was just we've had so much happening in the last few months that people are just kind of burnt out, which I can also see. But typically, the world tournament, people still try and get that 23 million, 30 million for all the rewards and all, and I didn't see it this time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely feel a little bit of the burnout, which kind of sucks because we just started a podcast about this game, and I feel like I haven't been doing it justice playing it as much as I should. But yeah, I've been feeling the burnout. I'm actually really excited for this next one because if there's like a free Frieza, that'll be nice to farm out. Like that's what I really like is the farming out of the character. You guys know if he's got is it internalized hidden potential orbs?
yep, it is.
Okay, and I
Okay, so I've actually I've got it right here. Because I actually didn't really look at this card beforehand, but he's actually not bad because I don't have Strength Boo, who's I think the only transformation boost leader right now. But the physical Frieza second form is going to be +3 HP attack and defense 77%. So it'll give you a chance at that SBR if you're really struggling. You don't have LR Gohan to run a Kamehameha team. Um, and he also does physical +3, HP attack and defense +50. So that's not that great. But he's got greatly raised attack for 1 turn, cause mass damage to all enemies. So that's new. I don't know if he's better than the physical Xeno Trunks that we have, because I don't think anybody used that card even when it came out. That card was very underwhelming, and I farmed the crap out of him, which I'm still disappointed about. His passive attack and defense +60, +6, plus an additional attack and defense +40% when facing 2 or more enemies. And then he's got an additional attack +60 when the enemy is in defense down. And when you're running Cell and Frieza teams, or even extreme teams, that's pretty common. I mean, physical Goku Black, I think, does attack and defense down too. So if you're running an extreme or a physical team, you're gonna have Goku Black in there. So you're always gonna get that. And is that he has an active skill, like you were saying, Al, he's got an active skill too. It causes supreme damage to the enemy, greatly lowers attack and defense, and it can be activated when facing 3 or more enemies starting from the third turn. So you can always get that off. How many fights have more than 3 enemies?
right, but when like okay, so for his active skill, like for the Goku, I looked at the active skill and it had a on the wiki, it had a voice or it had an audio file for the active skill. This one doesn't have that. Is this going to be an active skill like how that LR Broly was, where there isn't any audio for it? Or is this just maybe just this wiki doesn't have the? I mean, is this coming out? Is this coming out?
Because I think the Broly one doesn't have one because of what's going on with Vic and Funimation. Right?
Yeah,
Well, no, that but the Broly that I'm talking about was not current Broly, not Dragon Ball Super Broly. It was actually old Dragon Ball Broly.
Yeah, but I think Vic took over all of didn't he take over basically all of it? I mean, if they were gonna record new stuff, they would probably just I don't know. They might still have the old actor, but I don't know. I don't even know who that was. I have
Running real quick too. Speaking of the voice the voiceover things for the active abilities, does it irritate either of you guys that the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta one he ends both sentences with now? Like, does that like irk you guys, or am I just weird?
I don't even have the sound on, so
I'm the same
no.
as Cam. I'm sorry. I barely am because 9 times out of 10, I'm playing this at work or when I'm
Same.
I'm laying down to go to bed or something. Like I play it all throughout the day, but I usually don't have my sound.
I have the sound on a few times, but yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm either playing it at work, I'm playing it in bed, and Moon's asleep or falling asleep, so I don't want the sound on, or I'm playing it when I'm watching other videos, just farming shit, and I'm paying attention more to the video than the game, so I don't want the sound.
Yeah, no, and
Really.
I'm with you on that. Most of the time I don't have the sound on, but this Vegeta this Vegeta is crazy. Let me see if I can let me see if I can get what it actually says cuz it's kind of dumb.
If you just go to the cards um
Yeah, I found him.
page and then scroll over it, it should be pulled up. One thing that bothers me about both the SSJ4 and Gogeta and not Gogeta, Goku and Vegeta is that they're literally just the same fucking card in terms of their essays. They just swap out the characters. Like that bothers me so much. That's so lazy and cheap,
That
and it
does
really
really
bothers me.
bother me. I agree with you. I was really disappointed when I saw that because I mean, I think we're I don't want to say we're in a rare boat where we were lucky enough to get multiple dupes of each of them, but I'm sure plenty of other people got both, and it is really lazy that they use the same one for.
What was nice is that they gave people the tickets. At least I believe that was the fourth, right? That wasn't the 300. There where they gave people the ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah, they gave people the tickets that they spent. Like for how many stones you spent, you got tickets. So at least anybody who like was super free to play, that would they wouldn't spend anything. You still got a couple multis out of it, or maybe like like an extra multi out of it, depending on how much you actually farmed. It was nice that they did that.
the 300 million we got the tickets for, but we also got tickets for doing the summons on the fourth. That was actually where I got all of my dupes. Was all of them I got from those tickets.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Well, we just had back to back anniversaries with tickets and everything. Like the last 3 months of Dokkan Battle have been just absolutely crazy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like this in this game, and they're really taking a step more free to play friendly lately. I mean, especially with all these EZAs, they're bringing back all these old characters that are getting really good. I mean, they're not the best units you could have, but they're absolutely playable units. I mean, in some cases they are. Like Intelligence Janemba is just an absolute monster. We were wanted to talk about that. I can't wait for Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan to get his EZA because I love that card when it came out. I love that we had the two special attacks back when he came out. That was really rare, and you had like a 30% chance to do the Kamehameha with all the ghosts, or you just did the normal Vice shout. So I'm really excited to see him and his passive, his super attack, the leader skill. They're all getting a boost, and they're all really awesome. I can't wait to see that.
Um, so I'm looking at the Frieza EZA that's coming out for the free to play one. We do get a stone for every level.
Oh, we do. Okay, that's awesome. I really
At
was.
least at least JP did. So unless they screw us over like they do usually, we should be fine.
I yeah. I'm I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I'll hold out hope. But his stats are really disappointing for that freeze the second form. I mean, I don't even think he breaks 10k on all of them except for attack. I think it's barely over 10k. So it's probably not a card we're going to use, but hey, if we get it 30 free stones, I'll take it.
Let me, yeah, because I was just looking at his stats and they weren't bad, but maybe they weren't good either.
I mean, for an EZA, because on the converser you've got EZA Buhan. I mean, his AP is 15,000, attack is 14, and defense is 89. It's still not It's not even close to Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, but it's still
Oh yeah, no, his stats aren't good. Yeah, no, his stats aren't that good.
I mean,
But his passive, eh, his passive's not bad.
Buhan's passive. I love this. Attack plus 17%, defense plus 10%, and 10,000 HP. Not per intelligence type, just per sphere, period. And then
Yeah.
15% when delivering the final blow. I haven't seen how he works on JP, but I think he's going to be an absolute monster. And also, if you get the Super Ghost Kamikaze, it's immense damage, greatly lowers attack defense. Actually, he causes immense damage, greatly lowers attack and defense regardless. But that's real. This is a really solid card all around, and I'm glad we're finally getting him. I've got him 90%, and I cannot wait to put him back on teams again.
All right. I'm sorry to take us back like 5 minutes, but I just found what it said, and it says the real fight begins now. No one can stop me now, and it's seriously irritating. It's so irritating.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dumb.
I love that. I love that card so much, but I just can't. But here's another thing, real quick on the LR SSJ4s. I'm sorry, I'm talking about this. I pointed out to you guys. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, but when you do like, okay, so the way I play, usually I have Netflix up in the corner and I'm watching like Star Trek or some shit, and I'm playing. So most time I don't have the sound on, but like whenever I get an LR that's got an activation, I always pop the sound on just to check it out. But so I'll be watching a movie up in the corner, or I'll be watching Star Trek up in the corner, and I'll be playing Dokkan. And when I do a super attack with SSJ4 Goku, the way that those rocks are animated on his on his portrait, um, I get there's one rock that kind of comes up close to his hand and it's more squarish, so it looks like he's playing on a phone. I don't know if I've tried to explain it to you guys. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's ridiculous because like out of the corner of my eye, it looks like Goku's playing Dokkan.
Don't
you told us
judge
about
him just because he's in the middle of a fight and he's trying to play. Come on, man. He's got priorities.
Well, that's how badass Super Saiyan 4 Goku is. He doesn't have to really pay attention. He can just fuck around on Dokkan, probably playing a Goku family team.
He hits you with one hand while he's leveling up with the. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff coming too. I mean, um, the sale is not very impressive, but I really can't wait for this banner in a few hours because I hope that I get him. I would love to have a Super Saiyan category lead. That would be awesome. We're getting the Fighting Legend Goku. I wanted to talk about some teams for that. We're getting, like you said, a bunch of repeats and two new ones. The Hercule event. There's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. They're just not stopping. I mean, we are just getting, and it's not negative when I say this, but we are just getting bombarded with event after event. It's almost getting hard to keep up at this point.
Yeah. Well, then that's what I was saying earlier about they kind of just drained us because they gave us the fourth anniversary with some pretty sick banners to pull on, and then they gave us the 300 million downloads event, which had some pretty sick banners to pull on. And then we got this Cell event with, this new Super Saiyan 2 Go, or new edgy Super Saiyan Gohan, is just so broken right now that it's kind of necessary. Like, I stopped playing a Goku team for a Kamehameha team.
I still don't have that fucking card, so I still play Goku's family
Well, and go.
as a
I agree
friend.
with Al. I haven't used a regular team since I've gotten LR Gohan. The only thing that I've done is I run LR Gohan, LR Vegito, LR Gogeta, and then I kind of mess around with a few other cards in there just to see what works. Because, like we've said, we don't really have optimal teams yet. But it's typically Tech Vegito is in there. I usually have Intelligence LR Gohan, and I've put Tech Cell in there just because I've got him rainbowed, and he hits, he tanks, he heals. I mean, he does everything, and I still have the chance to transform. But when I don't use him, I use Go Bros. So I'm really hoping that we get them in the red coin shop because I'd love a dupe of them. But
I'd love to get one of them.
you know what? That's right. You don't have Gobros or Gohan, do you?
No, I don't have Gohan or Go Bros, but I got Tech Broly, which I'm more than happy about because fucking Tech Broly, goddamn
That is
godsend.
true.
Good.
I was about to say let's point and laugh at Ken, but now I feel sad because I
I
don't have Tech Broly.
I was super
So
jealous.
good.
I was super jealous of your Tech Broly because I was having such a hard time with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA
Yeah.
that like I was so what I was doing is I had my I wasn't even a Resurrected Warriors team. It was just Pure Saiyan's team, and I was taking him as a friend because I know that like after his activation he would do damage that I needed to like one shot him. So I was just trying to keep myself alive. From 29 to 30, it took me like 6 times to just get the RNG to get it right. It
Yeah.
was great, but like if I would have had him as well, it would have been nice to not have to rely. I mean, I would have had two in the rotation, so it would have been nice to not rely on my friend. And then also, I'd only get a certain amount of attempts per day or per time period. I don't know when like how the reset works on the pulling like a buddy in, but I would run out of LR Broly's, and then I'd have to wait like I don't know if it was a couple hours or if it was still reset because like a lot of times I'll play through the day, and at 7 o'clock my time is when like the quests reset. So that's when.
What you can do is just take anybody and it'll start to reset.
Oh,
Take
okay.
a random person, take the one that they offer you, the generic one that's like 55%, no bonuses at all, and it'll start to reset people.
Okay, okay.
Trust me, with the amount of times that I've done the extreme, it's kind of ridiculous. I did every single SBR except for Extreme, Future, and Giant. And Extreme was the one that gave me the most problems, and that's what I had to do just over and over again. I just had to take somebody that sucked. It didn't even matter, and it would start to reset them. But I want to talk about I know we all want to talk about it, the legendary Goku event and like the teams that are coming up. We don't have some of the cards that JP is using, but I love the fact that we're getting tickets for it, we're getting stones for it, and it's going to be another long event that we're going to be able to really use our cards to their full potential. Our transforming cards, our cards that stack crazy attack and defense. I think it's going to be another really fun event like intelligence, like the infinite history events where we just really get to see that ultimate potential, pun intended, of our cards.
Yeah. Um yeah, like I was thinking about like teams, like obviously I'm gonna be doing LR Vegeta and Gogeta. Because their transformations are a godsend when they happen. Um and they're just really fucking cool cards. Um if I get the new Goku, I'll probably end up using him in there because they fit under there, and then kind of work my other cards around them um, in terms of Super Saiyan leads. But yeah, like I'm excited for that event. The the free tickets and summons and everything, or free tickets and stones that were going to become from it will be nice.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really liking. I'm looking just looking through like the on the wiki. I'm looking through the new event like the rollout of everything that's going on, and it seems like it'd be pretty. It seems like it's gonna be pretty nice.
It's going to be a lot. I mean, he's immune. We're seeing a shift from bosses used to not be immune to anything. That was how you used to do it. You used to lower their attack and defense, you used to seal them, you used to stun them. And we're seeing, with the exception of SBR, we're seeing a lot of transfer from that to you can't do certain things to them. It's usually not all of them. Usually, like you can't stun them or seal them, or you can't lower their attack or stun them. It's usually like one or two things. But Goku's got it all. You can't stun him. You can't drop his attack. You can't he you can't seal him. He's gonna dodge you. I mean, this event is gonna be a lot of fun if you've got the cards to do it. It's gonna be another SDR type event, and the only cards that I think that are really good that we don't have are the trunks, the transforming trunks, which is supposed to be like the MVP for it, and Kale and Khalifa, which God, I wish we had that card already.
Yeah, right. I've been
Glad that they're not adding that card yet because one, I don't want another LR summon yet. And two, like it again, I just don't want another LR summon, especially because it's an LR banner and not a Dokkan banner. So everything else on it's gonna be shit minus the LR.
I'm still. Oh yeah, her banner is terrible, or their banner is absolutely terrible. I was planning to buy them with coins until I realized, crap, it's not red coins. It's gold.
Yeah. I know it's gonna take like 4 banners for me to get fucking the gold coins needed to buy anything.
yeah. Well, here's I know that what let me see if I can find the date. But coming up, we're gonna be getting a Dokkan event for gonna have Gotenks, Boo, Fizz Gotenks, and then Fizz Video or Super Saiyan Blue Video. I'm really excited for that because I think I'm one off of rainbowing Gotenks. I actually almost spent my coins the last banner on him just to rainbow it, but Kaz yelled at me.
You damn right I yelled. I will roll up a newspaper and smack you in the nose and say,
I'm really bad because like I shouldn't even have pulled on that. Like when I got those stupid trunks, like the other day, I got 50 and I'm like gotta do a multi and just like oh it's
I didn't even think about
Well-
like the fact that the new banner was coming out. Like I literally did the multi, and then they did the download, and everything was released or not released, but data mine. I was like, fucking A, I forgot they were getting a new banner.
I did the same thing. I got the stones from the world tournament, and I did another summon on the Gohan banner, and it was garbage. But hold on, because Kim, I don't know if you saw it, but obviously people listening can't see. Al did a summon and got like 5 SSR trunks, all different cards.
yeah it was bad.
He got like every single SSR trunks in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just make that like a static picture like that because I believe I sent that to you guys, so I probably have a screenshot of it. Maybe I'll just make that the static picture for the podcast just because it's such bullshit.
Yeah.
But I also see something here. I don't know. This like just the title of this. I clicked on it. It doesn't really have too much information. But on the 9th or on, I don't know how this is. No 9. Yeah, so it would have already happened. So on November 9th, we're getting an ultimate clash. It says 11-9.
Well, no,
Oh no, 10-6. Okay, so on the 6th, I'm sorry. On the 6th, we're getting a new Ultimate Clash, but it says join new battles with your allies. Is that just like just saying like, "Oh, here's some new battles that you can use with your guys," or is this going to be like some kind of co-op thing?
No, it's just gonna be a new
Battlefield.
battlefield that we haven't seen yet, which is kind of been a nice change because we had really gimmicky ones the last few ones, and the last two have just been straight out back to mono teams. And I know I had a few close calls with this Android one, but I didn't really struggle with it. I still through it with one team for each one. But I this is the first time in a long time where I have to be like, you know what, I should probably bring a backup team for I think it was 18, Cell, and I think 16 were the ones where I just barely skirted by getting through them with just barely enough. So I brought extra teams for each of those. But I think we're just going to go back to gimmicky not SBRs, gimmicky battlefields, and we're going to see more special conditions added to them. These last two that we've had were because of the events that we've had. We had one because of Cell Saga Android being released, and then we had the GT for the anniversary.
Yeah, I can understand I can understand those because like yeah, they want to kind of like tie everything together. But the thing that pisses me off is that in both of these last events, they've had a battle where it absorbs energy blasts or key blasts. And I fucking hate those. I can't stand that shit. Like when you put Android, what was it, 15 or 14? What's that fat idiot's?
19 is a fat. Or are you talking about 13? 13 is the
whichever one absorbs. It's the fat like clown look. He looks like a big fat Chaozu.
19. I see
Yeah.
him.
No, in every single one of those battles has been bullshit. Like I'm able to do everything else. Like 16 or I'm sorry 17 is difficult. I mean I've had that's been my kind of wall, but I feel like I have to waste a bunch of good units on a battle where I can't use key blasts.
Why?
Yeah.
What I do is I take one of each. I take super and extreme, one of each team. I don't worry about lining up super versus extreme because they do get a bonus if you're hitting an extreme unit with a super and vice versa. They get a little bit of a bonus. I don't worry about that. The first 2 rounds of the battlefield, I just use my weakest teams. If it's extreme team, that's what I use. When I get to the third round, that's when I use my super teams because my extreme, almost all the extreme teams, seems to be a common theme with the extreme cards where they heal. So I use those in the beginnings, and then the third round I just use my super teams because my super teams are just overpowered as hell. Because I, for the longest time in this game, did not pull on extreme banners. I don't like extreme cards. I like playing with the characters that are the ones that I really love. And actually, since you were talking about 19, um, I love that quote from Vegeta when he's fighting him. Does an android like yourself feel fear? I love that. That was one of my favorite things that Vegeta ever said.
Um, what was I gonna fucking say? I don't know if I remember. I think it's about time for us to end it. Everybody that is hopefully listening, thanks for coming out. So yeah, one thing we didn't mention here at the beginning, or Al didn't mention, not calling Al out for not mentioning it, but um, so this is our second episode. We had like our pilot episode last week. That is on YouTube. Hopefully, you guys have listened to it. And this is our first official episode. I guess we're still, um, treading the water, seeing how it goes. Kind of figuring some stuff out. Hopefully, the audio is a little bit better this week than last week. But this we plan on doing this every week. Really, just for ourselves, and hopefully, people are listening, and then hopefully make something of it. But really, honestly, like outside of just it's we talk about this anyways throughout the week, so we figure we might as well record it and put it out for somebody else to listen to. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Again, I am Kem.
And I'm Al.
And I'm Kaz, and I hope you enjoyed listening to us rant and talk about Dokkan Battle.
Yeah, I mean, like Cam said, this is the conversations we're gonna have already, and we might as well put them out there for other people to listen to because if you know, I mean, if you're a fan of this game, sometimes you just want to hear what other people have to think about it, even if you don't agree with us and you think we're idiots. That's fine. Just give it a thumbs up if you think that we're dumb.
Yeah, but just to clarify, we are all idiots.
Yeah.
But we,
I think none of us are experts. I get into arguments with people over these cards all the
me and
time.
Kaz get in arguments literally every day.
Yes,
about
yes,
card.
absolutely. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's just personal preference with teams because, especially with what we're getting lately, we're getting so many options, and I
Yep. All right, but we are gonna end it. So
Yeah, it's late. We started late. So, all right. Good night, everybody.
everyone.
good night.